What's going on, everybody? Richie here, Hybrid Athletics. I want to talk about my increases in my max lifts this over this last month since I started reincorporating barbell training back into my programming. I'm pretty happy with the results so far. So here's just some training footage. Unfortunately, I deleted some of those videos where I was lifting even lighter weight when I first started to clear space out on my iPad, but you could actually go back on my channel, go look at the week 1 barbell training. You can see what kind of weights I was working with. But um, in no particular order, let's talk about these max lift increases. So I got my 1 rep max calculator out right here, so we could see what's going on. Now with bench, I started out the first day that I came in. I did 225 for 3 reps, 3 grinding reps. The last one was a definite grinder, um, and my ass was coming up off the bench. I still hadn't done a lot of research into bench technique and form, so my ass was coming up off the bench. It was real ugly, terrible reps. Strained my pec for day 1, so off to a rough start. But that would put my 1 rep max at 246 pounds, right? 246 pounds with bad form. Recently, I worked up to 205 for a set of 7, and I had reps in the tank. And I actually did 3 sets of 7. It's really safe to say that I was going to get 8 reps or could easily get 8 reps or more. That's actually being pretty conservative. So that would put my current 1 rep max of bench press and with a closer grip and much better form at 256. So took it from 240, was it 246? Yeah, 246 to 256 in 4 weeks. So we got a 10-pound increase. That's not bad. And it could even be higher than that, which just lets me know I'm going in the right direction and that I have room to grow in that lift. And I will probably put on another 10 pounds on that this month, maybe even more. We'll see. But anyways, moving on. Let's since we got deadlifts up on the screen right now, let's talk about deadlifts. You'll see here I'm hitting, I think this is 265, I believe, for 7 clean reps, with plenty reps in the tank. My most recent workout that I did, I actually hit 300 pounds for 8 reps. That's good. The first day I came in, I did 355 for a single, 300 pounds for 8 reps. Winds up becoming the equivalent of a 375-pound 1 rep max. So added 20 pounds to my 1 rep max on my deadlift in the first month. Very happy with that. And I feel like this is another move that's going to continue to progress quickly for some time. I think I'm going to easily put on another 20 or 25 pounds over the course of the next month of this movement as well. It's just going really good. What else we got? How about we got weighted chin-ups coming up. So let's talk about weighted chin-ups. So I was doing wider grip pull-ups, and I had strained my triceps surprisingly one day, doing a set where you had to use a little kipping to do an additional 80 pounds for 1 rep. So that would put the total weight at 270. Yeah, approximately 270. Maybe even a little bit less than that. Recently, I have hit my body weight plus a 45-pound plate. So 235 total for for 2 sets of 7. So that would put my 1 rep max at 286. 286 on my 1 rep max. That means right now I could easily do an additional 96 pounds. Yeah, 96 pounds. So I could probably get an extra 100 pound, an additional 100 pounds into my body weight for 1 rep. I think I could. But yeah, so that's another great increase. 16-pound increase on my weighted chin-ups. Press. Now the press is notoriously a slow to progress in. But if you remember the first day, I had that ugly wide grip. Was doing 95 pounds for sets of 5. Now I probably could have did more on that, but I was being conservative, really conservative. But I may have did like 95 for 7. That would put my 1 rep max at 115. Now I know that's not 100% accurate. I know I could do more than that. But recently I hit 115 for 2 sets of 7, which means that I could get a set of 8. That would put my 1 rep max at 143. So not great, but also not the worst in the world. I got a short-term goal to hit my body weight, or close to my body weight on the press. So if I can get 185, 190 sometime this year, I would consider that a huge success for me. Let's talk about these squats right here, because what you just saw was 215 for 8, which would equate to 268 pounds, my 1 rep max. I recently did 225 for a set of 5 with at a probably 8 RPE, so I probably had another good 2 reps in the tank, which would put my 1 rep max around 275, which is a 30-pound increase from my pathetic 215 for 4 that I did on the first day, which would equate to 242. So currently I have increased my squat about 30 pounds. That's great, because that's my weakest move by far. So really trying to hammer that home, get it in as frequently as possible, and just keep progressing. Just keep progressing with that squat. Is there any major lifts I'm talking about? I don't think so. So here you can see me getting that 215 for 7. I think this is 7 on bench. If you go look back to week 1 in my other video, you could see me struggling to get 185 for 5. Here you see me just cranking out reps with that 45-pound plate. I'm a little over 190 pounds right now. The chain probably weighs like a pound or 2. So we're getting up there with the pulls. And I'm actually thinking about restructuring my program, since I've got to intermediate on almost all my lifts now. I'm at an intermediate level on almost all my barbell lifts. After 1 month, took them from novice to intermediate, and some of them going from intermediate to advanced right now. So I might have to restructure my program. I'm thinking about doing Wendler 531 with my boy Revo Gaines. Should really go check his channel out for scientific approaches to programming and diet and nutrition advice. But I'll definitely capture some of that footage coming up here in the next week. We're going to get a few dungeon workouts in the Revo Gaines lab, so look forward to that. All right, hope you enjoyed seeing me get stronger over this last month. If you did, go ahead, leave me a like. Don't forget to subscribe, because I got plenty more content on the way. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the box below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. This is Richie with Hybrid Athletics, training for life. Take it easy. I'll talk to you next time.